So joining me on Fan TV this evening after a 6-3 defeat at home by the Telford Tigers, I've got Captain Will Weldon. Will, that's been a tough weekend.
It has. On paper, it's obviously two top teams that we've gone up against, and I think in spells we were able to keep up with those teams and showed in glimpses, that we can compete at that top end with them. But ultimately, hockey is a 60-minute game, and over the weekend, there's been too many spells where we've not been at that level, and we've made errors, we've made mistakes, and you get punished, and ultimately I think that's what's cost us.
Yeah, and a great start tonight as well. So a couple of early goals, and I think special teams important, a power play goal, and we kept out a 5-on-3, a long 5-on-3 as well, and things were looking promising. I thought the Tigers' first goal came as a result of a puck getting caught on someone's skate, and there was a little space in the zone, but towards the end of that period, I think there was perhaps that, and the second period was 5 unanswered goals, and it was the second period the game got away, didn't it?
Exactly. I think there was 20 minutes where we just went away from the things that we'd done well, as you say, with a good start. I wish I could stand here and say I've got all the answers as to why that happened, or it'd be nice if there was some rationale behind that, but ultimately it's on us as players, and it's something that we really need to improve on. It's early in the season. We've got new guys on the team that are coming in first taste at this level, and other guys that are coming in and haven't played these systems and things, and certainly no excuse, because that's what happens at the start of every season with every team. But we've shown in spells, as I said, some good things, and I think we just have to find a way to be more consistent and limit the mistakes that we are making, and I think we, as I've said, we can compete.
Yeah, there were same as last week really. I suspect you'll be disappointed with some turnovers in the neutral zone, particularly on the blue line and towards our own netminder. There were some good signs, there were some positives, and I think the danger is that fans watching this will think that you haven't picked those up. It's disappointing coming off the ice after that, but I think the performance of some of the young lads tonight, I thought so Ross Clark had a good game. I think when you look at Jasper Foster's making a good start and stepping up to that level. We were 4 players down. Telford come to us with a very experienced 4-line kind of bench tonight, and we've got 3. Makes it hard.
It does, but again, you're 100% right in saying there are positives to take away, but straight after a game like that, where there's 20 minutes that we've just kind of fallen to sleep, I think that's where the focus is right now. But it is nice to see those young guys stepping up, and they played a bigger role than they've probably played any game so far, and certainly the blame's not with them, it's with people like myself and more experienced guys that ultimately just have to be better in moments like that second period. But it's a learning curve, and we do have to, when we reevaluate everything, we're going to have to find those positives, but equally call out the negatives and find a way to avoid making those same mistakes.
They're all tough games. Tough weekend next weekend as well. I think it's Sheffield at home and Leeds away, which will be a new experience for an awful lot of our fans and players going up to Leeds. Finish on a positive note. I think the fans know. I think the fans know that it's a young team, that there are young players, because the support in the death and the knock-ins there of the final period, the fans were behind the team, and I think that's good to see. A pretty full barn getting behind the lads in the closing stage of a game, which they were likely to lose in those last few minutes.
Yeah, I think it gave us belief. It's a 2-goal game. We get a great opportunity, probably a minute and a half left. Puck comes into the slot, and Dunk rifled one, and it just went wide of the net. But it's one of those that he'd picked his corner, and I think it was in. If it was an inch and a half the other way, and that would have made it a 5-4 game, and who knows. But it's really important that the fans do keep believing in us, and I think back to when I was a young kid, and the energy that you get, first taste of playing in front of a real crowd and a passionate crowd like the Phantoms fans, it really does make a difference. And the new era of the Phantoms, we're relying on the fans more than ever, so I think it's great, like you said, to see that they they are showing that belief in us, and I just, I hope and urge that continues, and I'm confident that going forward they'll get a better product on the ice and better results.
Yeah, well, look, thanks. Well, that's candid, it's honest, and I'm sure the fans will stick with us as they do through thick and thin.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Cheers.